Plantasia is a cozy idle game where you grow plants in a space station. You're crafting new planters and other materials that you can decorate your ship with. You can exchange for non-organic items like steel to create even more planters or advanced materials. You can grow seed bundles that you send back down to Earth so a team of medics can plant them and try to regrow the ecosystems on Earth while you're up in space growing all kinds of different plants of all types of colors and strains. And I think we have over 300 different types of plants in the game now. Just a really fun, simple thing to keep on your desktop while you're at work or working on assignments. You just check on it every once in a while, keep track of your plants, grow a few things, maybe you create new planters so you can grow a few more plants and go back on to it with your work. It's just a nice little break in your day-to-day life so it's not boring. A little biased because I'm the one that made it, but I'm really excited about the crafting system that we have in the game. It's dynamic, it's modular, you can very easily add new recipes or modify existing recipes. It's very easy to customize, yet still presents itself very nicely and elegantly in the UI. And it's just fun. It's just fun looking through all the recipes and just making a whole bunch of them and just filling out my inventory and like, wow, I have 99 planters. I don't have any reason to have 99 planters, but I like clicking the buttons and seeing the numbers change, and that's just really fun. The crafting system was my first big project within Plantasia of making a robust, reusable, customizable system that could take in any type of material that you get in the game, whether it's these things that you grow from your plants or that you exchange in the exchange system, which I've also worked on, and making sure it's easy to use for the design team. They can very quickly edit recipes, add new recipes, delete recipes, and it's not going to mess up anything else. And also integrating the crafting system with the existing inventory and making sure that my crafting system worked with Alexa and Alex's inventories, so it was able to easily integrate into them. I wasn't going to have to create a lot of bespoke code that was just going to blow the install size. A lot of it also came from reconfiguring how the inventory system worked in the first place so that you could type in any type of material in a recipe and it could be used as a crafting ingredient. So if in the future we wanted to integrate custom items that you only got to purchase, say steel or terracotta or some item that you could only get from certain sources, so that could still be used in crafting recipes and create custom items. I've also gotten to work on the exchange system where you exchange materials that you grow and you don't have a need for them, you're not crafting anything with them, and sell it either for currency or you can grow or you can exchange them for other materials. And I really like that system because it means if you really like growing a certain type of plant or a certain color plant, but you really need a certain material because you want to grow or you want to exchange for another planter or a piece of decor for your ship, you can do so with the exchange system, so you're not bottlenecked into growing a certain type of plant that you don't like growing because it doesn't fit with your schedule or you just don't like the look of the plant for whatever reason. You can customize your gameplay however you want and still be able to get all the resources you need to craft the things that you want to craft. So I read a lot as a kid, and I really got invested in the stories that I was reading. I started getting more into movies and TV shows too, and eventually at age 8, I got a Wii, and that was my first real foray into gaming, and I got addicted to that thing, especially playing stuff like the My Sims games. I loved playing those. And then around like teenage years, 14, 15, I was deciding what I really wanted to do as a career, and I thought, well, I really like messing around with computers. I don't want to try and get into programming, but I don't just want to make code for like back-end stuff at Apple or whatever. I want to make something more engaging and intuitive. And I thought, why not make games? So I started reading more into how to get into games as a career. Saw there was a bunch of college programs now, and I applied to one at UC Irvine, applied there, got in. And a couple of years later, I've worked on a lot of games now, both programming, narrative design, 3D modeling, all sorts of stuff. It's been really fun. I've really gotten to flex my systems programming skills since I've joined Cave Bear. I've been able to do a little bit of systems work here and there in past projects, but usually I was either a level designer, narrative designer, or more so producing. So this is the first time I've really gotten to program and focus on programming as part of a big team project. And it's been really nice because not only does it let me brush up on my Unity skills, it lets me learn more about how to integrate code with other people, how to properly coordinate GitHub pulls and merges without starting any Git fires, coordinating with other team members, see what strengths we have in terms of programming certain aspects of our game. If some people are really good at UI programming, but others aren't as skilled in that, we can collaborate with one another, learn from each other's code so that we can make our own versions. So it's been really nice being in a collaborative programming environment. So the reason I got interested in Cave Bear in the first place was because I heard it was a studio by junior devs promoting junior devs and other small studios. And as someone who graduated right during the start of the massive layoffs in the games industry, it was really nice seeing a bunch of other indie devs make their own studio, despite not having as many budgetary resources or the same prominence in social media or legacy in the industry, still wanting to make their own game, make something original. And not only that, but fostering a community with other small studios, promoting them, educating them with mentors, making sure they're promoting themselves well, and often on places like LinkedIn and Twitter and Blue Sky, and really giving them those kinds of resources that they need to build their own brand and their own studio so that they can try and compete with and work alongside other bigger names. I think it's really important that right now, with all the layoffs happening in the games industry, that there's a small studio made up of junior devs that's gotten so much traction on LinkedIn, on Blue Sky, on Instagram, Twitter, or whatever. I just really like that a lot of people are invested in the studio and that so many people have come here to be a part of the partner program, that we've had multiple dozens of studios come in as part of the program, and now they're getting the level of attention that we've gotten. What we're able to use our virality and our big LinkedIn and social media following to promote other studios instead of just hoarding it for ourselves. We're trying to uplift other junior devs and their own studios and them trying to make a name for themselves in the industry. And we're using that level of popularity that we've gotten and putting it forward to other people in a similar situation like us, wanting to show themselves to other studios and other big name developers that they have something that is unique and that they can be as good a developer as anyone else, regardless of how much experience they have, that they can still have unique, creative, innovative, optimized, whatever ideas, despite not having years and years in the industry. They're still able to make creative and fun works that people can enjoy. Support junior devs, support Cave Bear Games and the partner program. It's a really good and useful system for uplifting other junior devs and smaller studios that want to get their foot in the door in the wider scope of the industry. And I'm really glad that we're doing this and using our social medias to benefit other studios. Biggest thing I've learned is if you don't know how to do something, whether it be in code or how to properly schedule your time with the game and personal life or whatever, don't be worried about asking other people for help, whether it be with your code, with helping plan out your schedule so you can get your work done. If you have too much on your plate and you need someone else to help take on all the tasks that you have, it's really been a nice community-oriented atmosphere with Plantasia and Cave Bear Games as a whole. And that's something I've been really looking for in a game studio that insofar I haven't had the chance to really get. I've mainly done like very small student projects or solo projects. So having a community rather than just other coworkers working on this game and being able to rely on them for help or some guidance or their programming wisdom, at least in my case, has been a really nice change of pace that I've really learned a lot from. Biggest thing I've learned is don't be worried about looking dumb and wanting to ask a stupid question about coding or needing some help with all your tasks. Ask people are there to help you, and they don't mind helping you. The biggest thing I've had to learn is trying to manage working on a pretty good-sized game while also trying to juggle a full-time job and making sure that chores are getting done, dishes are getting cleaned, groceries are being bought and used. It's been a really challenging yet rewarding effort in proper time management, making sure I can get all my personal responsibilities and my work responsibilities done, and then also having enough time to properly test out, schematicize, scaffold my code, making sure I edge case test it for any possible bugs that I could think of. It's been rewarding having to have a side project that I really care a lot about and I want to see succeed, but also having to juggle being an adult and having an outside job that's taking a lot of my daytime and also trying to upkeep the house. I've gotten a lot better at it as the project's gone on. I've gotten more efficient with being able to schedule out my time, making sure I have enough hours per day to work on Plantasia, to communicate with the other programmers if I'm running out of time or if I don't have enough time in a week to get something done and I might need to push something off or relay a task onto one of the other people on the team. There's also been a lot of working with other people on the team and making sure that if they're having schedule issues like me, I could take on after them. If I'm having schedule issues, try to coordinate with them and see what tasks can be offloaded. It's been a lot of time management. Working on this game while also working full-time jobs and also living and being an adult has been an effort in juggling time and schedules, but I've been getting better as the game's gone along.